I wrote a song and just gave the lyrics to Miss P.
Those songs, those lyrics are deep, dog.
Yes, yeah, man, I'm deep.
You come from the hood together, working, buying mics, push a venture, you're making hits, now you got a global song. Why the fuck would you guys break up, bro? After all of that?
There was this person, Mahari, from the other side. It's not Mazet, and it's straight. Like, no,
Okay, glad you clarified that, because in my head I was thinking Mazet.
No. Mfana, hey rawona chu, hey, rutawara gare au shapo mentally wakafanya. Kere chu. At some point, Murda would be like, "Hi, Joe, Elena latte to Joe. Lena so tuwadi pache hisu na ul Collins zali na tuwadi pache."
Bro, do you think there'll ever be a time where you guys get back together?
Yeah, I believe so.
Nah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I believe so.
I've always wanted to ask you, dog, why do you smoke so much weed, dog? And this nigga smokes, dog. Yeah. Like, what's the most that you go sober? Like sober?
What, in a day?
Yeah, in a day.
I don't know, dog. Like,
Nah.
I smoke. I just smoke.
So when you wake up, like, you roll a joint?
Yeah, probably after an hour.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, after I woke up, joint and warm water. And that's the routine.
It sounds so weird when you say sober, because unlike with alcohol, with weed, I believe you can be functional and like be high at the same time, because it's not a high of like your first high ever where you're seeing things, you know what I mean? Like, you can still be functional to a certain level, Hence, like, you'll find a lot of musicians are on weed more than they're on alcohol during work.
Remember when we got hired in Tepana's place? So it was just me and him, and we were smoking. I'm like, because these niggas always smoke. I'm like, hey, man, peer pressure. Let me just try this shit out.
Yeah.
So I smoked some with him. And then we were quiet, bro. Like, it was literally just me and him in like a garage, in the garage.
Yeah.
We were quiet, man. And he was just walking around the garage. And then after 10 minutes, like, yo, G, I'm high, dog.
Who, was that you?
That was him.
Oh, him.
I'm like, dog, me too.
Like, yo, I told you time.
Also, you still get that kind of high, even like after you've been smoking for a while.
Yeah, strains differ, dog. Like, there's a whole lot of strains. And
yeah,
that's why, like, we don't just J and we don't smoke because it's fashionable or whatever. Just understanding or what we deal with and why we smoke. And
how many joints would you say you smoke a day?
Probably 5, 6.
Fucking hell, dog.
It's just depends. Yeah, joints.
So you said it's understanding why you smoke. Why, like with you, have you reached that understanding, and why do you smoke? What does it mean to you?
It means a lot. Like, I smoked before I understood why I needed to smoke. And
like I think a lot of people,
Yes, and this one time, Grootman Madala Kunene came through to the studio, and we chilled with him, and he smokes like that guy, like but like, he smokes for a reason. And we sat down and he explained to me, right, say, Dideng is very spiritual. You just don't smoke, and more TV, they glorify it as this cool thing, and without understanding or dintanga kapaji. It's far beyond what we see Majita making it cool and who knows to be wafela, but it's deep. Like, it's
Bro, it's spiritual.
It's very spiritual.
No
But
way.
it's spiritual. Wow, blind. Like, it's a whole lot of things in one. And by fielang, by fietse, and okay, say first, if Zola it's not your thing, it's not your thing, and that's why people are paranoid and see a whole lot of things, and yeah, man, and me you know, but like, hey, she knows and she I would say understands and gets the whole thing or why to.
When did you start? How did you start?
Flame. I would say ngora pride go kasi. Like why is experimenting with a whole lot of things like gidi baragi babaisa ball ko kamodi and we would just get that and smoke behind go DM behind the skasi kamodi and
Go social.
Yeah. And yeah, man, trying it out. But to bazamile and
how old were you at this time?
Yo, it's 2002. I was 15.
Damn, dog. Shit.
Yeah, but like underground, like the smoke, go home, take 3 baths and just wait for Baskabona floor, boy. And that's the worst that you could do. Like, and yeah, man, from there on, I was like, actually didn't. When I smoke it and give it more computing Fruity Loops, there's just something that excites me about working on a project and whatever. And this is 2002. Got Fruity Loops,
yeah, fruity. Before FL8, before it was just FL.
Exactly, yeah, fruity straight in, yeah. So, hey man, like Yampiago channeling when I was like, yo. Actually there's something going on, but like it looks cool when you smoke it kukasida kadi fish tail and whatever, but like obviously study would not understand or
of course
in tongue and kasi by fear blind, and that's one thing Lauren Batuabanchi would not understand, especially when you come from the hood. When you were raised by Batswadi.
Yeah, of course.
Traditional. So.
And you're right, dog, because I remember we're in studio together. We're working on a beat. And you went in a trance, dog. Like, remember, dog?
Yeah, man.
You just go off in a zone, bro. It's like, it's beautiful to see, dog.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this guy, you can tell he's feeling this beat, dog.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, Kazol. Like, that thing is spiritual, dog. Like, you can't deny that it's spiritual. The time you understand or why you smoking, it's the time it will make sense to you. And but walling around when. Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Yeah. Please welcome our friend of the show. It's been a long time coming, so
yes. Yeah. Too long.
Please welcome Thomas Smalls from Black Motion.
Yeah.
So we've been staying in the same complex for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And when I moved in, I'd come to him to his house, and every time I tell him, "Hey, dog, when are you coming on the show? Until I realized, this guy doesn't want to come. And I stopped saying it. So like last week, was it last week? Ne?
Yeah, 2 weeks back.
2 weeks back, he calls me like, "Dog, I'm ready. Let's go."
Let's go. When the time is right.
But one thing I think people don't know about you, we'll talk about why you wanted to come to the podcast now, which is beautiful. I love it when people want to come at their own time.
Oh, yeah.
One thing I love about you, dude, you know your music, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, this guy's a musical encyclopedia. Like, when you chill with this guy and he talks about music, bro, you'll be blown away.
Hey, for real.
I kid you not, dog.
So you wouldn't be on a radio station in the UK and they ask him about Bacardi and he goes...
It's gonna bounce.
The bounce. Well, you would ask the bounce. You wouldn't say that, right?
but it starts with your love for jazz, ne?
Yes. A big time fan of jazz. My dad is like, a mad fan of jazz. I learned a whole lot from him, like with music, especially growing up where like everything is just music. My mom is a singer. Like there was this popular group in the 90s, Banaba Kanana, and she was the lead singer more.
Wow.
And yeah, man, they were big, and we used to see on Gospel Gold there. And like I was inspired. I was like, what? hey, my da, my TV. Nah, I need to be there as well. So, Ralwell, and I was inspired by a whole lot of jazz finals that my dad had. And it was always like with the times when it came to music. So, yeah, man.
How did that genre start, jazz? Do you know the history behind jazz?
New Orleans.
New Orleans, okay.
Yeah, man, it's just it's a long story, but like it's oppressed music, and it was not called jazz. Jazz was like a word that was slang for it. Like it was some weird story about how it became jazz because the rulers didn't want that kind of music because it was mainly made from the black hoods. So it was like a nickname, and I feel how this one way is a jazz, and they had a whole lot of meanings and a whole lot of words for jazz, like black music and spiritual music and like jazz was something that was associated with being high and just being stupid and acting what bebop or the style of jazz bebop or the avant-garde, they came from the hood. So for other people that didn't understand what it meant, it was just music because there's a time, but there's no time that is like music you don't get that one
4/4.
Yeah, exactly. It's just avant-garde, but they understood it. So because they didn't understand it by fear, and they called it jazz, and jazz was a name that they didn't want. Duke Ellington by Limit Troll.
It was a demeaning word.
Yes, exactly.
But is it true that like every sound now that we hear is inspired by jazz in some way or form?
Yeah, melodies, dog. Like, what made hip hop like in the States? Like Wu-Tang, RZA, dog. Like, sampling jazz, a whole 8 bars of jazz, and like a melody made like a history song. Like,
till this day, Kanye West.
Yes. Like, till this day, like, Through the Wire.
Through the Wire. Oh, fuck, amazing, yeah.
Too much, and that's jazz. That's a whole lot of jazz, man.
Even pop.
Everything, though.
H2O, it's wonderful.
Yes,
to know that's Ella Fitzgerald, right? Yeah, now she's like the queen of swing, a jazz artist, and they sampled her.
Yeah.
Till today, they're sampling it. You're
A
right.
lot of people, like Lil Wayne, the samples are high, like come straight from jazz, especially this Cuban jazz. Yeah, go like the 70s. Yeah, his music is inspired by the soundtrack of Scarface. And there's a lot of sampling, movie of Scarface. Movie of Scarface. It's a Lil Wayne and Kitty Heat, unforgettable songs.
Yeah.
So jazz is everywhere, man. Like,
Okay, let's bring it back to SA. Where you come from, Soshanguve.
Sure.
What sound comes from that part of the world? Is it Bacardi or like what sound comes from there?
Sasha was like, I would say, a whole lot of people would probably Bakalwa, but I would say Sasha mainly like the stop of everything. The lots would come in different forms. We know Mamelodi is jazz, like proper where the music starts, like Modika Sinze, Tako, Pretoria. So in Soshanguve, I would say nearly mauti lima time about experience about take this jazz record, speed it up, and then somebody will play percussion there. It becomes a different sound, nyana. And Sosha was known for just breaking the rules and just creating some genre and it became something alluring when you make music from outside of Sosha movie. When you wanna test it, or people appreciate you come ko Sosha, kobo Pita Mzala, Brangwa Komanamela, Mara Sosha. But now when it came to jazz, they contributed in the instruments.
Wow.
Sosha and Mabopan in their solos, like the solo Thabo, like the big names in jazz at the time. You would find a solo and you ask yourself when you grow up, or it's like the solo is so mad if it's rated by a person in Germany who's a professor in music.
Wow.
And whatever. And he just has a lecture on this solo. And this person comes from Kokasi. It makes you research his work. And one of the people is Brangwa Komanamela. Even Branati, Black Coffee will just say, yo, that man is a genius.
That's crazy.
Like, it's from Soshanguve, inspired a whole lot. And a whole lot of songs. Tsabrahu Masikela was like from Brangwa Komanamela. And he still remains a legend till today. And he was not given like the praise that he deserved in his days. Because
Serious?
let's just be honest. Yeah.
No, it's the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Ngoko man.
Very big man, like respect for that man. And
But when you say that, it makes sense because Broken Beat is from Sosha, ne?
yeah, Broken, you do social, like
Which is a fusion of a lot of sounds.
a lot of sounds, yes. And even if it's not like originally from Sosha, but
Pretoria.
yeah, Pretoria DJs would always test out the Broken ko Soshanguve. And it was this new thing when it came through, because yeah, the Broken started on vinyl, obviously, and then Thabo Palazzi, Trev the Japanese, Nabata Beta Mitlolo, and then you're like, yo, what's this beat? Like, it doesn't go normal. What's this? But there's this nice music on it, and there's this melody, and these vocals, they're not singing, but and you always ask yourself, for Joe, how do people relate to this music that sounds like jazz the orchestra, but it has this nice swing on it.
Nice bounce.
Yeah, so Sosha was like the mecca of the Broken. Oh, and Mabopani as well. Yeah.
Mabopani. And then, sound, Yamus Javaki Bacardi, that one, ne?
I guess Gubusa Pitori, it's not Bacardi. Bacardi has a different tempo. Bacardi, it's a Mamelodi as well. Bacardi is music from Mamelodi. It was originated in Mamelodi. I remember like the first time I heard Bacardi, nearly 2002.
Wow.
Yeah, 2002, Kabra Morgan, Wako Mamelodi, Morgan Motswala. When there was Tsotsira Tlaba, that was the biggest song ever without being played on radio, without being played anywhere. That was the biggest song in Pretoria. Tsotsira Tlaba, like even if you play that song today in Pretoria, like they will go mad. So Tsotsira Tlaba started everything. And this was music that was made just from a keyboard. Record kadi line. Twan twarang. Record. Another line. Until it's a song. Give it out to taxi drivers. Taxi drivers were like the biggest
The champion.
iTunes.
iTunes,
yeah. Talking iTunes.
They were streaming.
They were streaming. Yeah, so Ejo, like from Mamsi, Bacardi, Itlilele Biao. Like it was raw as that. Even the dances to Bacardi, Titla Dileko Mamelodi. The number one dancer from Pretoria was a lady from Mamelodi, Boposhundra, Kale. They would dance and they would just have the Tsadi Bacardi and just go in. And because of the sound, it's just
And
crazy,
then that
man.
sound, Java,
Java Tlapeli. Peli at Ridgeville is like that cheese boyhood. Yeah, man, they were the
I'm in your
first.
house.
Yes, they were the first Bawa para the Timberland.
Yeah.
And they were the first Bawa Shapaga the Fruit Loops,
Yeah.
the computer,
Yeah.
and the soft.
Pucho Mucho.
Pucho Mujava, that period,
Yes.
that era.
So, but Mujava was like a hit, man. Mujava was in the future. And Kaz Style took Fruit Loops, BD with the same packs. He just took the packs that were there.
Eh.
Nothing, no extra packs, nothing.
eh.
Made a song, the biggest songs out of those packs. And till today, man, the first, kinda, it was the first African song from a man from Pretoria that was played on the runway at FTV when FTV.
Wow,
yes.
FTV.
Yeah, the peak of
Yes.
FTV.
Yes, the peak of FTV. Michael Adams, when it was that FTV and Java song came on and nobody, sorry, man, not even Lebo Brachigo Twala had gotten the level to outside stage, like at that peak fashion TV where
no social media,
no trends, no nothing. And
no TikTok challenge.
Man, it's after 12, you're waiting for FTV, and they play Java song, and there's this famous brand, so, and they're like, from Kamolin Driving, Siaya. To Kada, more this beautiful setup, runway, where there's these models, Samakoa, who love the song. That's big for an Artlakas.
Right. What's the history with the South African anthem?
Sister Bettina.
Sister Bettina.
Sister Bettina was a sample.
Yeah.
Tamani just looped it. Remember Fruity? That sound, well.
Yeah,
and they had a few demo songs.
Yes.
A few demo songs to learn what they do, the effects, and
you break it down. There's these patterns.
Yeah,
like you can change it. Yeah. That guy was genius, and also he was cheese boy at some point because he had a PC before it was popular, and there's Fruity Loops in your PC. We don't know that, and you have it, and you already know how to chop whatever there. That guy put things in like Kaline.
So then the
freestyle on the song. What's what I did.
And then Black Motion, your sound. Where did you get your sound from? As Black Motion.
Yo, a whole lot of sounds, man. Like Colombian jazz, where there's a whole lot of congas. And Kabomo 2004, when this tribal house was like,
Yeah. This is Tulo's era, ne?
No,
before.
Tulo's 2009, 2008.
Okay.
So, when this sound came through, hey, Mona, Sosha was mad, bo.
It's okay. Where did it come from?
On the records, like Bofana Bose, Nebo
Manu,
or the producers. The producers, Bo Manu, Burisadva.
Yes.
Abika So.
Yes.
Osunlade.
So they brought that sound.
They broke that sound.
Okay.
Like Louis Vega,
Elements
of Life.
Lucito
Quintero.
Colas Costiras. What's that famous song?
Colias.
Aquilas. Colas.
Para, yeah.
You know.
Yes, I remember.
And that's folk music.
Yeah.
Go in Latin countries. That's folk music,
bro.
And it's in our BPM. So they just added kicks there, and there was a flavor. That's why Latin flavor of music is super rich, and they will never be exploited. No matter what they do, they will tap in the American market, but they will always be original to them. They will feature them in their own language. They don't have to sing in English. Any Latin artist ever.
J Balvin, he's actually bigger than Drake. Balvin.
A whole lot of Latin artists are bigger than a whole lot of artists that are made big for nothing. And
Jeez.
I mean, we that's the industry. That's how it works.
So now you hear that sound, you're like, "Aye, boys, we gotta jump on this sound."
Yo,
because it's still underground at that time, no?
Crazy, yeah. But like in Socha, it was diding, and if you found Silly Bean, Atlalale, the Orla Jarich, that's where like originally actually the whole stance Black Motion etlankote. Silly Bean, DJ Silly Bean.
Yeah, with the dreadlocks.
Yes, mad. Yeah. Silly Bean and the Orla Jarich. Like Jarich on percussions with no mics, with nothing. And they would just jam. That's that was like, yeah, the most amazing thing that you would ever see while listening to music at Groove at that time. Because like we were used to jazz concerts where when people play live, you need to sit down or you need to, it's a slow vibe, abona. So when it was Jarich, Silly Bean, yes, it's like there was a whole lot of things that were going on. But like socially, go the big, go kasi, there was a car wash. But go the big. Yeah. And man.
So Murda Mututsi guy then. Where did you get Murda?
Murda, there was a guy barke Nyex. Nyex Lena, great legend. Nyex Manyemula, is a member of African Roots.
Oh, I remember African Roots.
Yes. Very big group as well. Majita, Nyex is a person, actually he should have been a scout, Nyex. Because Nyex would always listen to different things. So I was producing. Now I was actually selling hip-hop beats. Nah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Kokasi, that's how I ate. Nah, selling hip-hop beats. And when this genre started, this drum and bass thing came in, I was like, actually, Erkik ready pack, internet cafe, 5 rand an hour. Say now. Set up. Download. Go there. Make a beat. I'm like, oh, that's I almost did that.
Yeah.
So so I'll just release DJ Pomlani from Sosha, Kanu, Regalo, Mikado. Those are the guys responsible for like immediately after I produced a song Nikisa Kobon. This is now in the start of Short Left, McNoss Cafe. And every time, like every day, literally I would produce music. And then Niki Sako MacG thing. Or Sulaiman, DJ Msola, Sulaiman, crazy. So Gisa the Diskida CD. During the day, or whenever I had the time on just leave the CDs there and wait for later on. This is a Thursday or a Friday. McNoss, short left. Go home. Or kinel mo pride mo kawash da. Spana nyana. Go home. Then wait for the times. All this time, I'm anxious. I'm like, yo, I hope I get rapina massive. I hope I get rapina blind. Kishile did the music in MacG thing, and I'm gonna go home. Go later in sang. Or get when I'm home. I'm in my room. Go basing.
Got you.
Because the sound, I could hear the sound from Short Left. So if I hear one song that I produce,
then you know.
Then I know, it's on.
Yeah.
And I went there. And I think Nyex was always go Short Left. And there was a guy as well that passed on, rest in peace, Kis Golo. And he was a friend of Nyex. So Nyex was, Golo was like this guy that was mad about music. So every time there was something new, he was the first to know. But hey, I heard DJ Pumlan or Sulaiman or
Mang.
Yeah, Makanu play a song. And hey, Joya Vibe, and I don't know it. It's not from Aphrodisiac, it's not from Kai. It's Imukasi. Who's this? And then Nyax would always try and find out. Or yo, demand. This was when like Thabo small fella da. And I used to like give songs more multiracial. And you found that out. It was like, Musliman kalalite mukasi and Kalawa came through one time in a 1400. Pagada. Came through like proper organized.
I remember. Nice. Did you once come to paparazzi with it? A white one?
A white one, yes.
I remember it. Yes. I booked Black Motion when they were starting out. They charged me 2,000, by the way.
Yeah. Wow. And there was a lot, though.
Yeah. And they came with a 1400, and after the gig, we had to push it because Nessa started.
Sure. I
remember.
For real. And yeah, man, 1400 lady boom.
Yeah, fucked up.
And the Mosso had won it. So they like 1400.
Wow.
At Senagayona Nyex. Mola. It's like, sure. I'm like, okay, sure. Ita kinyaxi. Hey Joe, obeta staff or Brayak. Just got to the point. They're like, hey Joe, like I love what you do. Like, we are black boys, and I'm here to represent black boys. From Kila Majita ko the UU go the WW da. They had this vibe, production, and then got there, and then when man, it was just one thing. Rapita da go studio and go the UU medal thing, and obviously about that thing because Meda star like is prop is a genius when it comes to production. So kena na betang production, right? Linyaxi. And then when I got there, hey, our vibe and we weird. You know, I'm totally okay, no dinsa. That's it. And next is like, Ejo, shapa number down. More Fruity Loopsy.
Live jive.
Yeah. Meda, like a shapa number. Meda saying, it's like.
So what sound are you making now as you shapa number?
There's a song in it. I remember 100%. Nele Mo Africa. Oh, Mo Africa. Lebo. So, the song was playing and they jamming outside. They happy. They're like, hey, it's going. This one is going. And they got down like, ish, okay, a song. Oh, plus this song is dry. So another looked at me. I had to sit down and sharp, edit some claps, edit clavers, swing with 50%. And everything was in there. And it was this flair now.
Yeah.
Murda came through. From that time, looked at me and was like, Joe, Wavaya. And that Wavaya was
like from deep.
Deep.
Yeah.
Deep. And it's something that, like, come on, in the space, it's like, yo, this is crazy. Like, me and you, dog.
We going.
Yeah, Rashapa. And it was that thing, because they're the producer more than anything. But then the black boys, there's like 10 of us. And
it's like 0.5. Remember 0.5?
Don't worry about any motion.
0.5 in the
when there's 10 of them, I think next.
Shit.
So from Nakoyeu, there was like a whole lot of guys, more dating, more black boys, like, and I don't know what Babang Nerirang actually, but it was the vision Yanyex because you're not natural vision, you're better. And this was a peak rhythmic element.
Ooh.
One by one.
McKenzie, still a legend. Did
you do some beats for them? I'm sure you did.
Yes. But no, for rhythmic elements or for McKenzie?
No, for rhythmic elements.
Rhythmic elements is Dr. Moruti.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Dr. Moruti is rhythmic elements.
So now, when you guys become Black Motion, how does it work? Because I always thought that Murda was the one who was producing the music, and then you were playing like the drums that we hear in the song.
No. Okay, I'll take it back again to the first song that made Black Motion blow up. Was Banani Mabok. Yeah.
Shit, man. Hey, it's like going down really late,
and the process of everything and how it came through.
Oh, that was
big. And we didn't think it would be that big though, because again, that's the same person I'm talking about, Jarich, that was on the song, and it was just one time Meda Le Jarich Batla. No, I think Jarich was from somewhere, and Meda was in studio. Jarich just came through. It's like, Joe, we had just bought a mic, and nerfetso beta giga boma 2,500, and that was big money for us. And mona okay, what do we do? Do we buy equipment? Do we buy clothes?
Yeah.
Meda was like, yo, Joe, there's this mic. we need to get this mic. Akra mic. After getting that mic, we tested it out. And then that weekend, it was a Monday. Batlako, I think the social, Stokisa Mawaza. Yes. They were coming from there. But Jaricha Todlalale, Silibin came through, knocked on Murda's door. Murda opened up. It's like, yo, hey, I've got this song in my head, my man. Yeah, we need to record. Murda was like, okay, anyway, we're going to record. Yeah, we got a mic. Let's just flex on it. Jarich got on the mic. So as they were testing the mic, Medal da ukare na betadi hey Jarich tested da. Jarich was like, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 banana mabok 1 2 1 2 one good one and then you would just talk na it in three. Okay, sharp. I took those waves, like coming through go studio arajo nartesta mic. Yeah, no, we got it right. Jarish had left, so I think 5 songs that he recorded down. Like record. Also, okay, we'll get to that. Recorded, and then Katia Mantu went go the Lelona. Yeah, and Monica to the Fruit Loops 4. I think I nearly 6. So put the waves more Fruit Loops in. I'm like, there's this one time more kutluling a vibe. Mare banana mabok. And that time that metron is on. Kwa, kwa, kwa. And it was on time. It fits so perfect on time. Kwa banana mabok. Kwa, kwa, kwa. And it would just test the mic. I was like, okay, I'm chopping this part. Drum, kick, bo, 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 shakers, cha, 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 the clava, kwa, 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 kwa. Okay, banana mabok, stack them proper until there was a rhythm. Wow. It's like, hey, this is going. Go again on the packs. There's a flute. Two. And you know, Fruity Loops must just came with those packs and just standard dry. So you needed to tune them, whatever.
Add some reverb, whatever.
So it doesn't sound like Fruity Loops. So I put that flute on. That was a signature sound. Yeah, Panama walk. Clean. Hey, I'm excited. It's now I've been working on that vocal. Through. I didn't have money for taxi as well. To go me da. Shapaka mount from the L to the UU. USB. Some messed up USB. Senada. Empada. It's like, what? High quality thing. Worked on it. Sealed, clean. And then we just, again, gave it out to taxi drivers.
I choose.
The streamers.
Apple Music.
Apple Music on wheels.
Shit.
Then it was big. And that's when I was like, okay.
Because I heard Bobster. By the way, Bobster says, because Bobster used to do like, you'd call it NR for Kalawa Jazz with the new wave. So he found Pori, Black Motion, Heavy K was 0.5 then. He found the guys who did, what's that song? Man?
Shumaya,
the Shumaya boys. Shumaya, you remember that era?
Yeah.
When all those producers were coming out. So that was Bobster. Yes. And he says to me, you were his greatest find, this Black Motion. But he was also telling me that he took Banana Moko to Skido, and Skido wasn't feeling it.
Yes.
And Bobster was like, my man, trust me, this is a hit.
For like a good month.
Yes.
Yeah. And Skido was like, what's this song? I think he came through to Sosha one time. He was playing, I think it was Freshers or something. Go TUT. I think 4 DJs played that song. And the crowd was like, man. And Oskido was on the lineup, I think. So dang. And then it's like, yo, I'm fine. We need this. Put it on the Hot 9.
Yeah, Hot 999.
Yeah.
Yes.
Killed it out. From there I was gone.
Bro, I want to talk about some of the songs you guys did, man. One of my favorite, all-time favorite. It's You.
Yeah.
Classic. Classic. How did that song come about?
Miss P. There's a guy of ours, Barki KC, Planet Underground. Like he finds the best things ever, like in terms of vocalists and whatever. So Miss P came through the studio, and again Dr. Moruti, like, and it's like Murda had a plan of making things work with all this one, and this one. So he came through. He's like, "Hey, Joe, I heard this song, yeah, Lana Del Rey, ne? Dling, 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 dling."
Yeah, I know that Lana Del Rey song. Yes.
Yes. And I was like, yo.
You was inspired by that?
Yes.
Wow.
100%. The melody vibe.
Wow.
Yes, everything was like the melody of Ada. And the only person that we trusted and knew for sure this melody is gonna come out. Nele Dr. Moruti.
Shit.
Yeah, Raya ko studio sabona le general. He's the first person who tshwara like proper studios, like more.
That's crazy.
Pretoria, like his studios are like one of the best studios. Raya ga dame da re jwa re faeng jo ro recorda go di studio tsa maneng. Re recorde ka mo kuku ya re vai. It's like, okay, we trust you. Via Miss P.
Yeah.
You got there. I wrote a song and just gave the lyrics to Miss P.
You wrote those songs, those lyrics are deep, dog.
Yes, yeah, man, I'm deep.
Yes.
Yeah, so wrote a song and then Miss P added some few lines there and then got in the studio. The studio was proper for the time. General had it all in his head figured out. Or the studio transits baby. Moruti was like
beautiful.
The doctor got in there. We made the song and again we're just making a song.
Is that your favorite song? You would say
no.
Which one's your favorite song?
It's I would say it's a song I love. It's a song I like.
Yeah.
My favorite song, Grimbo. Yeah.
And you wrote that as well, ne?
No. Koli M wrote that.
Koli M.
Yes. Like you gifted, like, and again it happened weirdly because no snaplani. You know, when you have a whole lot of beats now, you think you're sounding the same, and then Murda just saw Koli walk on the street. I look bus path or something. And then Murda was like, "Hey Joe, when I go to Barope or I'm hearing Okonoham, come through, come in studio. Are sharp." I was like, no, she had never recorded nothing in her life at that time. Walking past, got in studio, there was a beat that we made. Like, without understanding how she understood the keys and notes. That's why we always say when you make a specific song, at some point it's not you. It's like given by you, by the gods. And it comes like rarely in time. So Koli just got in studio, laid it one time. Like, wrote the song, recorded, and that was it. Murda called me, like, "Hey Joe, come listen to this." Again, Thabo Venture fan. It's another, plays the song. I'm like, yo. Oh, and the beat, ne, was made for Bugs. And Bugs had had already recorded something that's so. Nele vibing was so like, and you're not a whole lot of melodies and keys and the vibe. Bugs night like this flair like a higher desk. Like, so Murda atsia vocalela, and it's like, let me put this vocal kamo dramong and then try this beat iliwan. Came through, totally just one take. He killed it. Gabo mo studio. And I was like, wait, this is impossible. Man. I can't do it. Like, hey, Jorata, because there was our first song that we did in a Vian Soko. Because in the hood, no nyaka wa yes, one way, and there was no music. Yes,
there was a period of the drama.
There was a period of yes.
The drums were 100%.
Yes, it was just everything. There was no.
It was that period.
Yes, and then yata again. Oh, more rainbow again. Nelly Muruti. Yo, I better do it in that.
Did he play the horns, Muruti? Because they sound like his horns. Now that I hear more the stuff, because he still also Muruti.
Yeah, he plays
da 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 da, and the the brass section.
Staccato.
That's his.
Yes,
that's him.
Yeah, that's Muruti. Yeah, genius. A god that's working there in music. Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
He shaped Tideng Rainbow, and it just blew up. That was the first song that blew up overseas. Napil. Panama was big in Europe and the US, and Rainbow was just
everywhere.
Yeah, wow. Global was like, we want you for this song. And it changed a whole lot.
So how do you explain, you come from the hood together, working bike mics, push-up venture, you're making hits, now you got a global song. Why the fuck would you guys break up, bro, after all of that?
My gents, what's that thing? It's growth, dog. Like, as much as the media was blowing it up, at some point, it had to happen, and it's not necessarily a breakup though. But at some point, we need to grow. And Murda is a genius. Like, in the studio is mad vibes, and he kills it. And I think he needed that high, expression, and just showing just collaborating lebato bye. But like I'm not a DJ.
Yeah,
I can't DJ. I started as a DJ on vinyls, but like I was like percussion. I'm gonna be here. So with the percussion and the brand name and the catalog that we have, I was like, I'm fine. Can't just let this go.
Oh yes. But how does that chat begin? Like, who brings that chat up to be like, hey, Poison, I want to grow on my own?
It's difficult though, as much as nkazama we shapagadi bata whatever. There will be some fights and there will be some arguments, and Hosboni the same thing as one, but the fact that Nirvana vision is one. And I understand why he had to do that. But there was a point, like he was on radio. That was the most hurting thing about this whole thing. Break up or radio, like and then you do a thing, and then there was this one time on radio. Majitam phone next that just doing my things. Even more WhatsApp, there's messages. Mfana, hey rawona chu, hey rutawara gare au shapo mentally wakafanya. Kere chu, kahafa. The message. Sorry, Bracket, we know stress sometimes will get you to that point. Hey, kere chu biang. Why? But to Bablela so, and it was a time he was on radio, and like people took it out of context or by really young. The way he explained it, that broke my heart though, and because it was like at some point we broke up because Thabo needed to go for some mental issues, problems.
When you guys spoke
on radio.
Yes, that was on radio. And man, I had mental issues. He needed to go for Hotwasa and what. And I was like, shit. Nah.
Clean.
Don't forget the ankles.
Kishapo, like I don't understand why would it come from Brayaga, like mtwaga mputsang ntweso, like mona kong ebyana or akablelang ntweso mona kong ebyana. And I was that was the most hurting part of this whole ordeal, thing. And yeah, like it caught me off guard because people were like, mfana.
So would you say that at that point, that's when you're like, no, it's a rap? Because it doesn't sound like you saw it coming.
I didn't see that coming. Like, honestly, it was just something in theory. Like, how? Jo, ukare manung in mungondo nya, ukare like akeshapo. And that's why.
And you don't speak much, though.
I don't speak.
You don't speak at all.
Yeah, I don't have Twitter. Like, you go to grimming, and then you go to grimming, I just post my things. But I don't have time, or
go back on a live.
Yes, and try and yes. Except that was the only time. So I just needed to understand, or I'm this brother of mine, dog. In any interview that I go at, like I praise him for a genius he is, and why I can't rob pilo and just say like my mental whatever like that feeling.
So what effect did that have on the relationship then? Sorry,
I don't know, man. Like,
because obviously, like if you said that in an interview, poison, it wouldn't be the same.
That's why I wanted to ask now. But if I went and said that about Mac, right? Clearly, there must have been other negativity or negative energy that you would have picked up in our own space. Did you pick up something like that? Some funny vibes from him prior to him obviously venturing out, even though he said it's for these reasons. But, it's like when someone breaks up with you, but you're like, oh, yeah, I could tell. I could see it coming from months ago because you've been moving weirdly lately.
Yeah.
And it starts saying he's got a small dick.
No, man.
Small, SMOL. Oh, what's the spelling of the small? Drop it. Hey, what's how you spell? You see these kind of things, you know what I mean? And then ultimately, when something very foul plays out, you're like, oh, but I sort of had a sense that that's where, the guy was at with the energy.
At some point, not even bad energy or whatever, but there comes a point where, as MacG, that you guys see, or Mara, Joe, we like, at some point, like we fight a lot and over unnecessary things, or there's just a shift of vision, in what
You're out of sync.
Yes, we're trying to build. And man, it can be whatever, but like now I'm saying it's growth, or like the person wanting to explore whatever that they think they can explore. Yeah, there's a point more okay, mfana mo kya feel also market lolwela. And at the time, more like I was like, but like let's do. I was told already, no, I must wait 2 years. And then go black motion. I need to eat. I like
you got a daughter.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly, man.
yeah.
And I
wait. So you were saying, you do whatever you want to do, and then we'll do this thing again in 2 years.
No. I was saying, let's go on with black motion, right?
Okay.
But you can still do your own thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like concurrently.
Yes.
Yes.
And it was this process of booking him for black motion.
So that did happen for a short while.
Yeah, like in that short space that we were trying to figure out things, and then I was like, okay, let's just push Thabo and Ordin. As long as the name Black Motion is
still
more spacey. Even if we catch up, and then there was this person Mahari, from the other side. It's not Mazet and it's straight. Like no, kannete.
Okay,
a lot
can
of
you clarify that? Because in my head, I was thinking, Kimasa.
no. A lot
Okay,
of people
cool.
were just blaming.
What happened with Mazet?
Media
No, like people were they were playing it out to be Yoko Ono
Yes.
in the Beatles. You know when Yoko Ono
Oh,
hooked
yes,
up with
yes.
John
Yeah,
Lennon.
yeah, exactly.
So she was taking, it was literally that. She was taking,
Yeah.
bringing the brand of
Yeah,
their
yeah.
breakup, and people like she's the.
and it's
But
nothing
Mazet
like
is an
that.
actress, guys. What a shift.
Zinhle, man,
Zinhle.
Kimasa.
Oh, DJ Zinhle.
If I'm
Oh, it's
who
cute.
was that? In fact, I don't know who's that. Or like, yes, Zinhle. Oh, Mazet is Zinhle. Oh, man. I'm getting you confused. Clearly, other people are confused out there. So, yeah. Not
Mazet,
Zinhle.
yes, yes.
Mazet is Zinhle.
Yeah, but she had nothing to do with this whole thing, man.
Thanks
and
for clarifying that.
it's just man, it was just weird. More tweet over Akria, the like whatever that she was getting because of the things that happened, and there was nothing like that, man. I mean,
But there's no way you can believe that, dog. There's no way.
But he's saying he's getting there that there was another person who from the other camp.
yes,
from Murda's,
yes.
from
But
Murda's side, not
it's
Zinhle, but
definitely
But
not.
we
who
do,
was
not
fueling.
we do agree that the biggest influence in any man is their woman, right?
Yeah, at some point though. But this situation was not that because she loved the brand and she embraced the brand.
She was part of it. I mean, she was
She
part
was
of Kalawa.
she was part of the
Yeah,
brand.
you know,
Yes,
family.
exactly.
Yes, you're like siblings.
Yes. Also, at some point, our packs for that song, like for the songs that we made, were coming from Black Motion back in Kalawa days.
Yes.
Yeah, man. And she's cool, and a whole lot of people took her out of whatever.
She never hit on you.
Who?
Mazet.
Mazeta Nena. No.
You never hit on her.
No. Nah.
You're like, my name is Thabo Small. You know? But you didn't know she was going to end up with your boy. You know what I mean? So she's free game at that
Hey,
point.
bro, I didn't see that coming. Did you see them coming? Like, they're going to date. Dude, I never saw that coming, bro.
I didn't see it, bro, at all.
No, not at all.
Didn't expect it,
Yeah,
bro.
Nothing. Actually, no. I know.
expected it.
No, nothing.
Yeah. Like, hey.
Yeah, continue. Sorry, continue. Yes. So the other camp, yes. The other camp, yes.
Yeah,
So
there was someone who was
from the other
fueling it.
camp.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I think at some point it had a lot to do with that, and at some point with the values and not matching up. Small ABTD, the Gucci, ABTD, when star, like, and yeah, that thing, I think it was one of the things that contributed into this whole thing, and yeah, Jika.
But that's strange because you've always been together. Like, what changed? Like, you know what I mean?
Again, I think growth and understanding. I think he felt like he had no freedom of expression in terms of music, in terms of DJing, in terms of production, and
Yeah, because you can't exactly dance in front of the stage. You are playing the drums, you know.
You did, come on. Nah, but Bongz was been
So niggas
dancing
their
though.
space.
You guys dance together. They dance together, man. They dance together. Yeah, that's ever playable. Doom, they dance. But with that said though, right? Did you guys creatively clash? Because I feel like I can do whatever on the podcast, and until I try to do it, and Mac is like, no. Doesn't work like that. You can't do it, you know. So creatively, be it in the creation of the music, in the performances, did you guys creatively clash to the point that maybe you felt like, maybe I can do this on my own then?
never.
So then you see,
There's never a point. Even there's never yo.
so you could still creatively explore whilst within the crew.
Yes, 100%. We can get in studio and just create something that will remain for another 15 years.
It's different.
What about things? I heard there were rumors going around that, Black Motion was being late for gigs, and it was because of you smoking too much and stuff like that. Like, how true is that? Was that fake news?
No, No. Never.
Because no, I'm saying that because, like, for example, at Joburg Day, we did a lot of Joburg Days together.
Yes.
And then there's some Joburg Days where you'd be running late for whatever reason. And
Mola ne, obana Joburg days, like, Joburg Day days.
yeah.
Mola, there was someone that had an issue with us. I don't know.
Real?
I don't know how, ne? Would always, dog, concerts.
Yeah.
Even if it's daytime,
Yeah.
you get there, there's a queue.
Yeah.
Rena, we don't have tags coming in, kada. We have to wait. The time we came in early is the time we wasted actually. It's the time really Mola trying to get our tags. Who are you?
Ivan.
Where's Black Motion? Okay, let me ask. Oyagwa comes back. Now go. Yeah, guys, you late. You're fucking late.
Yeah.
And then we get there. We have to set up. No, like this guy has to finish playing. You can't set up while he's playing.
Yeah.
And then Iba would not.
That's thrown under the bus.
Yes.
Yeah.
In almost all the cases, and where we
That's where I heard it from. That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, but like it's the same person, I'm sure, that told you this one that was sabotaging us.
Nah.
Yeah.
Hey.
All the time.
Yeah.
So you guys never had a clash of professionalism on some like, my man, let's move, let's wear Gucci's, for example, right? Maybe he feels like, yo, let's spice it up a bit fashionably. And you're like, no, but that's not the core we're built on. I'm this person, that's not me.
Yeah.
You never had a clash of a direction, maybe. Or professionally, like you're late, no, we're not having enough studio time.
Yeah, but at some point, Murda would be like, hi, Joe. Elena latetsu Joe. Lena so tsuwa di pache hiso na uri Collins zale na tsuwa di pache. Ya latetsu Joe. Re tsamile re tlile ba botle braga so rinyana for mara. That's not the reason why re lalata. It's because who solo. And there's never been that clash. Or Joe now we are lots of blind or Joe now I got span or
What about international gigs? Because I know you hate those.
I hate those when we go kada just for the fun of Instagram pictures.
Or for content.
For content, it doesn't make sense. And I saw it 2003, 2005, where it was a big thing going overseas. But like people like that wanna play big gigs as people from overseas. So going gada, they will also tell you liba piano. Like I'm sure in the mad experiences they've had gada. Actually gada, I'm just there to spend money. And
Yeah.
Bro, there's cats were crying. Some get booked. They go to Dubai for like 15K, and it doesn't make sense.
15K.
Yeah, because they
Dubai.
could get these gigs. Yeah, exactly. But on the gram, it's like, yo, you know what I mean?
Remember
in LA.
Remember our first UK tour? We ended up spending money.
Bro,
You see, that's the thing.
Yo, we got a pounding, man. You know, all the pounds. Spending up all the pounds. You're like, it was a holiday. It was just plane tickets to go there and spend money. And people don't speak about that a lot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I've had to turn down gigs in the US where they're like, we'll pay you $1,000. You know? I'm like, nah, man. On a weekend I can cover that locally and more. You know,
book your motel.
Also, you won for that. And
No, dog. Like we work hard for people to exploit us like that. Again, it's not back in the days where when you're in a flight, you have to take pictures to prove or you're doing good in the industry. And I think that's what's killing Bafana Wabantu. You go to the UK, Barry a tour. 3 months in the UK, Mzansi, when every day, every hour, there's like this new boy from the East End that's killing shit right now. Single. You're in the UK for 3 months for your 2000s, whatever, in accommodation at somebody's house.
Instagram.
You take pictures on famous whatever. Yeah. But how does it build you? Up in London, when you're in London, your talent is just, it ends there. Nothing. when you're in Ibiza, you're gonna go like around the world.
But
That's a given.
But somebody else would say, a Black Coffee started there where you're sleeping at somebody's house, you're playing for $500, and eventually you work your way. It could be a stepping stone. Not everyone, but it can work.
I think that worked in the university days of record labels, when record labels were universities or schools, where there was discipline and there was like proper structure of taking artists who wherever that they needed to go to. Like Oskido, they wouldn't just let you go Angola and be exploited and stay there and do whatever that you wanted to do. There was discipline in that. Where now yakada, and then they're like, yeah, so now we've got this one, and this one says it's got 1,000, or this one has got what. It's a tour. It's ill-disciplined, dog. Like, that's when they catch you, but this one is easy.
Bro, and a lot of people are getting split. They just want the flyer.
Yeah.
Like burning them.
Right,
Why you see burning that raw? Elia Birmingham, London, Leeds, King, Manchester.
Yeah.
For Bali. And now they think, they set you out. Like Bao feels this big platform in life. Never. It's just for them. Over 500.
And it's just South Africans.
South Africans.
Let's go
TV, most.
They should have streamed you. They should have streamed you.
Once. Qatar. Spend money.
Yeah. That's the reality, bro.
Yes, and that's why with Black Coffee, I think like the discipline of not being moved around was there. There was a stop and there was a, this is not TikTok music. This is music I need to perform for people.
No TikTok, why are you drinking it?
Pella, no, London, they book you for your TikTok. It's that, but you know.
Facts, bro.
It's facts. They book you for your song that was probably big in SA October.
Yeah.
They'll book you now, right? Yeah. And then you probably play exclusive. You wanna play exclusives because you're breaking the market, kada.
Of course.
Play exclusive, but not so.
They don't know. It's not on TikTok.
We want that TikTok dance move song that we relate to. And that's the whole thing.
There's a guy.
Unless you get proper people, like there's guys, like that are still in it for the talent. Guys, you bringing it on. And people will pay for little performer, and that's it.
There's a guy, an American artist, who actually stopped. He quit being an artist because he had a show, and people only came because they knew 10 seconds or 20 seconds from his TikTok song. So he had a big TikTok song. So they came there, and all they were waiting for was that part here, the TikTok song. And he performed it. After that, they left.
That's crazy. That guy, that's mad. What I'm saying.
So he was like, what's the point of this? And he just quit. Stop making music.
What's the point, though? Like, and no, the way it's so full in the market. Outside Rapina for radio, outside Rapina for a good 6 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever. It's a song that's going to be on TikTok as long as that 10 seconds, those 10 seconds.
People already thinking of the dance challenge while they're cooking the song.
You can't dance for like an hour, the same move. If you are broke. You can't do that. TikTok, I don't know, a whole lot of ways.
So there was a difference in that then. You didn't see the value of certain things which he thought are worth exploring also.
Nah. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, if you feel already you need to expand you're in Italy or somewhere else for the exposure of just being known and whatever, it's fine, like, because you need you want to push. It's as you go in there to establish your name, kata. But like when you go there and they know what talent you bring and they know the performance you bring, and it doesn't add value like to you, then I don't think it makes sense.
Hey, bro, so what happened with the studio thing, man?
Hey, that was nasty, man.
Yeah.
And courts. There were papers, I think.
You can't say that's growth, my man.
Hey, that one.
That was heavy, man. I was shocked.
Things they looked ripped apart.
Yeah, it was
Man, that was
that was
heartbreaking.
yeah, man. It was like there was a point where obviously it gets heated more, a shift of things, and yeah, and it just I got to a point where I get to now I'd say more like honestly.
What part did you have to play?
I don't.
Were you involved in that altercation?
Yeah, I was involved, but like in a way that I need to use a studio as well. So if you take away things, where not as you, how do I survive now? So as the person that's trying to just keep up with the brand.
Black Motion.
Yes. Like you have a studio on the other side.
Which you don't intervene.
So like that was like just a whole question of.
So what happened? So does he come into the house like as normal, obviously?
Yeah.
And then he finds you there.
No, I was not there.
Oh, you were not there.
Yeah,
okay.
I was not there. Came in, opened, and it was just through some misunderstanding of some project that we did, and it was just a misunderstanding, and he thought remunokile. Remunokile nyoko. And obviously, man, if you put work in something, you want your share.
Yeah.
So we didn't even get our share in that.
And there's other things. There's other things as well.
Yes,
that
and we had just came out of COVID.
Yes.
So there was just a whole lot of things that were piling up. Even in the campaigns or whatever that we did, there was not our money. Never into just service the debt and whatever.
Got you.
So and at that period, we all frustrated, dog. Like remote positioning a blind. And then Utana campaign, we do it. We give the money away, got something here. And then like a different story for you. Got into the studio, took the equipment as like leverage for
What is old? What is old? You thought it was old.
Yes. And it was a misunderstanding that happened. And apparently there was some guys at the gate and whatever. That's what made the whole thing look shady and weird. Even for like the security guards, more K18, more. There were people that were asking about Reina and whatever. And it just became this big thing. And yeah, when we got in studio, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yo, I don't know what happened now, because nobody said anything. And then later on, got the text from him. It's like, yo, I took everything in studio. I need my money. And this is, like, yo, Joe, I wish you could understand, or
frustration.
I like in all these years, never. We just come from a weird time.
But how are the finances set up? In if he doesn't, like, I'm assuming you guys have access to either their bank account or there's someone handling money. You know, like, how does he think things are happening behind him financially?
No. This is after this whole thing.
Yeah.
Even like this whole thing came through to Black Motion. He was already out. Right.
I see.
Could have taken that campaign.
So he was not involved in the admins of
Could
things.
have taken that whole campaign and said, this is Black Motion. But I was like, okay, this is Bongz. I mean, it's part of Black Motion. It's blood. Like,
we just come from a tough time.
We just come from a tough time. And this is what's going to save us at some point. You know, just to patch up there and there. Called him in. Fana, this is so as awkward as it was, we had to put on the jacket tsa act like we okay, be okay for the camera. And there was the moment when like everything was like, okay, cool. Fine, if we're gonna do this way for Nyoko, then it's gonna be like this, one twat. It's gonna be like this going on forward.
Did you open a case?
I didn't, but like, yeah, their team, and because, but no, they didn't know at some point what was going on. I need to work in studio. There's no equipment. The equipment is almost like ripped off, and I can't work. I need to work. Who took the things? Because they belong. I'm on the studio, Black Motion. So that's why there was this whole court thing and up and downs.
Bro, do you think there'll ever be a time where you guys get back together?
Yeah, I believe so.
Nah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I believe so.
It's from the gods.
It might not be now, but like I believe. I mean, creativity arena is it's equally, but yeah, man.
That's beautiful.
What was the outcome of the case, and was it honored by the parties involved?
Yes, it was honored, and things were returned, and yeah, man, everything was just back to normal. MacG,
yeah. Did he get the money, or did he realize that the money actually was not stolen or taken or misused?
I don't know if he realized that the money was not stolen or what, but you can't get money that we didn't have as well. If like it went to where it needed to go.
But did you saw where it went, where it needed to go?
There was a proper, in writing, explanations, breakdowns, and
receipts.
Yeah, receipts, essentially.
Whatever that was shown to him.
You know, it's so crazy. As you're speaking, it's like I've seen this movie before with like Kent and Euphonic. You know, here you've got a guy. Here you've got a guy who just wants to make music, you know, and do what he loves, you know?
Yeah.
And then here's another guy who's flashy, who wants to fuck all the bitches.
Doesn't mind going abroad to start from the ground.
Yeah.
I see.
Wants the yacht life, you know what I mean?
The Gucci's,
You know what I
got
mean?
them, yeah.
And that's Kid Phonic. But I saw them doing studio together over the weekend. So they back together cooking some shit up.
Aha, you see. So, I see it when you're saying Black Motion
Man.
will come together as we knew it before.
It's not just the name. This thing when people.
So do you think? Sorry to cut you off, man.
Yeah.
Do you think growth is a blessing or a curse?
It's both. Again, there's people that like I was about to say, or like there are people that got married and built families in meeting through our shows, and they would actually come with their child and come to us and like, yo, you know, when I first met this woman, what your concert, I didn't know her. You guys were playing our favorite song, and I had to think about that before I went on being Thabo Small, Kiliwan, and just play drums or whatever, and venture out alone. I needed to think of, these people, in actual fact, or who sabatu on our music, and a whole lot of things, experiences, and memories. Like Lady Smith Black Mambazo is the way to go. Like 2041, Utlabale Black Motion, but Kabafana. And they will just keep the name, and they will just keep the talent in whatever. 2030, there might be a Black Motion group, Maril Banyana, with girls, these young girls. There's a young girl that I saw that's killing it on the drums. It's like she's mad on the drums and with a passion, not because of trying to look like or whatever, but a passion. And she's young. And well, in the vision that I have, got Black Motion at some point, ibe dimedi, ibe banyana, babanyana from the hood, Soweto, Soshanguve, kai. They keep the legacy on, like Lady Smith, Black Mambazo.
So now, when the Black Motion, when Bongz, returns, what happens then to Problem Child? Is it not gonna be 3 of you?
Even
Because
if
now there's still-
it
there's 2 of
gets to that point, it's that. Like problem
It'll sort
child.
itself out.
Problem child is God. Like he's
That is a problem.
yes, that one is a problem. Can't deny it.
Man,
Nah,
how do you do effects
He's
without
being
headphones?
insane, man.
He does effects without headphones, man.
Time.
Even production, bro. He's being insane on
That's what I was
production.
saying.
At the peak of tribal music, Problem Child, bro,
Problem
was
Child.
murdering everything. It's just
Shit.
that the name and the PR was not like. But if
Yes.
you knew, you knew. You know, like if you knew the producers.
Overseas.
Yes,
That was the name.
him, Takapo. Like
Yes.
at a similar time, they were like murdering everything.
Came
bro.
from the same era,
Tribal.
came from
Yeah.
the same hood.
Same era, same hood.
Yes.
Limpopo
And,
was
yeah,
Problem.
at some point,
It's
the,
the
like,
couple.
yeah, well,
insane.
Problem Child was showing some few skills nyana to Takap. That's a whole lot.
Problem
Yes.
Child, bro, has been crazy. Problem Child had a number into his name. What was it?
1083.
1083. Yeah.
It's so crazy.
He's a crazy
Like
producer, bro.
when we overseas, say like when we're in London, so Problem Child is like preserved, like is chilled. When we get there, like small easy, like they're more happy for Problem Child.
Wow.
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
Yes, and they were like, "Oh, Fana, can't believe we're seeing you live." Sure, small.
Yeah, he's like, that guy, bro.
Problem Child.
Didn't get the flowers, man. SA
Yes.
didn't get Problem Child. I'm so happy when I see like a guy like Cairo because it was similar to some
Yes,
degree.
yes, yes.
Then Cairo fortunately broke through internationally,
Yeah.
but didn't get the flowers it deserved locally, man.
Exactly, yeah, but like Problem Child shaped a whole lot of DJs'
Yeah.
skills
Whoa.
from Seshego to Pretoria
Whoa.
to anywhere, and he was a threat for a whole lot of people, and that's why they locked him out. And
It's giving Cuba vibes.
yes, a genius. That is a
Cuba
threat.
Mnokile.
Yeah, it's a
Hey,
threat,
Cuba,
man. When you're a
dog,
genius like
Cuba,
that
guys.
and you can take spaces, you are a threat. So
So explain the current arrangement now. So do you keep the royalties of the songs with you kept the name?
yeah.
Okay, just explain how you keep the name, the royalties, and everything that comes with Black Motion.
Hey, we were smart enough, yo. Like we got the name at like the right time, like
How did
Or
you
like
do that?
trademark it.
trademark
do that?
trademark Black Motion. There are 2 Black Motion like entities.
That's fucked up, Smalls. That's fucked.
Yes.
You trademarked it fast.
Yes.
That's fucked up.
No, but it's got a right to. Also.
I know.
Yeah.
So we built it
We-
together,
yeah.
dog.
Yeah, but if the other person wants it gone, or what if the other person trademarks it and shelves it and just parks it, and then you can't use it, you can't access it, but you were part of building it as well. He trademarked it to still keep it alive, not to.
No, but there could be a civilized way. I remember with Rock the Girls, Bobster called this like, because we registered a company, me, Mo, and Bobster.
Yes.
And it was like, okay, I see you guys are not doing anything with this. Can I use the name?
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, cool. Go to town with it.
Yeah, it's
Isn't that the same thing?
No, he trademarked by secret, my man.
no, that's not my secret. No. It's by
When man was busy 3-stepping, he's like, I trademark.
No.
Oh, did I get it wrong? Or am I getting it wrong?
No, it's that.
It's that. You get what I'm saying?
You must break it down nice. Bro. Not that harsh.
But why did you feel like you must go that way? Like, do it in secrecy or do it without notifying and say, my man, this is what I'm doing to this name.
Again, it's not actually like Nakili one, but because we work as a team and there's like some very smart people in the team. That's what happened. I'm like,
And you pay them to make.
yes, and yeah,
decisions.
man, like we started this whole thing, and it can't just die, and we can't just be like not be smart about it. Like it's years, man. Now are we not in the industry for kabisa? We're not in the industry to look good. We have to understand the paperwork. We have to understand what copyright is. We have to understand what your name is, and you have to understand your worth of the name.
Of the name.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
you're right. It's valuable.
yeah,
Yeah.
without sounding bad.
Yeah.
If you're willing to walk away from that, it means what you build.
True.
Because you just build a name. It's all about a name. At the end of the day.
Exactly, and
Boils down to that.
catalog a Black Motion.
Ah, yeah.
mad, dog.
Bro, like we're about to chat about the foundation you started now.
Yeah.
Before we do that, Oskido, when I was at his house, he said he had a meeting with you guys. Did that happen? And how did that turn out? He was trying to reconcile you guys.
Recently?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah?
I've never been in a meeting recently. Lemadala.
Like after the split, didn't he try get you guys together in a room and solve it?
Oh, he tried getting us together in a room, but like the person that actually did that was Moses.
Who's that?
Moses Mokoko. That's like the person that we started this whole thing with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's the person that was just doing everything for us technically and making us understand what's what paperwork, contract.
So there was a meeting?
And yeah, we that's the time I'm telling you about. Like when we sat and we were told for him to come play for Black Motion, we have to book him.
Whoa!
Yes, and that was, but that's business. We understand what is business for
yes,
it.
Yes.
He's a solo artist now, and for us to have him as Black Motion, we have to book him.
No fucking way.
Yeah, that was the agreement. We have
When
to
last did you
book
speak to him?
And I don't remember though.
Damn, dog.
Yeah. But I'm sure if we meet up, like
It's all love.
Sure, that's who was far.
Hey, man, I won't lie. You guys broke our hearts, man.
I know, a lot of people.
Hey,
Yeah, my man.
Yeah, a lot of people. But like, again, it's back to
For me, I think it's just egos, man. Because when I meet with Murda, he's saying the same shit you say. You know, like, he's my brother, I love him. You know?
Yeah.
And then I meet you, you're like, he's my brother, I love him. So what the fuck is going on, guys?
But clearly, that's not the case. One is lying. When last did you speak to him? How did that go?
He doesn't remember, he said.
I think it was valid
Did you answer that?
this meeting. But again, as I'm saying, I'm sure if we were to meet up somewhere and there's no kopana, there's not going to be a mad vibe. There was this one time in the weekend, Bongz, and he was there. And
yes.
Nigga problem child. This was fresh. So I grew yeah. And I'm like, so I don't know what to do. Let's say problem. Let's say Murda. Hey, Murda has this look, dog. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Or exing.
Hey.
Out there.
Yeah.
And he gave this look, and I was like, okay, what's going on? But now, at the end of the night, he came through. He say, sure. I'm not sure it was speaking to Problem Child. Because now I know Murda I know Problem Child through Murda. For me to talk to Problem Child was because of Murda. And he knew, hey, Joe, this one is a problem. So this one, no. So,
do you guys play his songs? Because he had some bangers last year, man.
Who?
Murda.
Yeah.
You play
songs,
man.
Man. Like our set is made up of part of his songs. And not because we want to prove anything on Pina Vaya Fire.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song.
Yes. Gave out 3 beautiful singles, nah?
Yeah.
3, nah?
Yeah.
Mohegan.
Horns in the Sun.
Horns in the Sun.
There's a lot,
There's
man.
a lot, man.
Even the album is dope.
Even the new one, Asante 2's got some bangers.
Yes.
Bro, Kijile, what happened there? What was going on?
Hey, it's an asshole. Zodwa.
Were you growing there, sir?
I was growing. And that's a lesson learned.
That thing, I was iconic.
Can you give context to our chillers who don't know what Kijile is?
No, man. I think he had shagged, smashed Zodwa, Zodwa Wabantu, right? And he came out to say, yeah, I smashed, so what? Kijile. He did a small video, and that was it.
Out.
Like, yeah, Kijile. You know, he said it's a man of few words. And he literally was like, oh, Kijile, so what? Out, done.
Hey, and then everyone stopped talking about it.
That's it. Yeah.
You killed it nicely, dog.
Like, why would you deny something that you did, dog? And for the fact that the people that really, really wanted her at the time, and I saw the people that wanted her at the time. Like it was mad.
Where did this happen? Where did you meet
People
her?
in politics, people
I
in
remember.
the industry.
Hey, Banna.
Yeah.
Oh, Zodwa was hard, bro.
And now they wanna come out and say, why? They know they want it as well.
How did it happen with you?
100%.
How did it happen with you?
She was straightforward. Like,
Whoa.
yeah.
She came to you.
And there was nothing going on between me and her. Like, no dwelling, no nothing. It was just there talk. I was just like, yo, wena, yeah, ngifuna ukudla wena.
Damn.
Okay. I was going through a whole lot of shit at the time. And I'm like, okay, chop. Away.
Hey, dog, what's your longest run, dog? Because I heard you got stamina, dog.
Stamina.
Yeah, I heard your stamina.
I play drums, Murda.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We go.
Smalls was once, I don't know if they were dating, but he was once vibing with Naledi's friend. And she used to go head over heels about Smalls, bro.
Yeah.
She'd tell us, like, this nigga is wild.
Yeah,
And in my head, I'm like, you judge a book by its cover. I'm like,
Yeah,
this nigga is short, I'm short.
Yeah.
No one's ever said that about
Wild.
me.
What's wild, dog? Getting you wild.
That is that. And then she's like, no, this nigga's got stamina. I'm like, how? She's like, watch him when he plays. You see what he does to the drums? He does that to the pussy.
Yeah, he beats that pussy. Hey.
Banging.
I'm like, you know what I mean?
I know.
But I'm like, so we called you Duracell. You know, like those robots.
Oh,
So it's a true story, ne?
I don't know, dog.
No,
How's
but
it a true story?
Imagine
Man,
playing
you got
drums for an hour,
numbers.
dog.
Confirm. You got Zodwa's numbers,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Let's confirm
Let's go,
with
let's confirm
Zodwa,
with
man.
Zodwa.
What do you mean? If the nigga won't tell us, we'll go to the source. The source that's been there.
Do I still have Zoda's number? Please send it to me then. But what's your longest run, though? True story.
Fana, like in my life, I would never go. Look at the time. And good. Starts dark. If the sun rises, it's right.
Smalls. But how come, I've always found it fascinating. How come you don't have like a woman, like a stable? Is that by choice or Ukraine?
No, man. I do have a woman.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. But that's that.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
You trend with some honey. You had a nice online thing, TikTok situation. No, I remember seeing that.
Hey, that's the mother of my baby.
Oh, so you see,
yeah.
that was stable, right?
Yes. That was
Yeah, you
like
see.
proper.
Yeah,
During
shout
lockdown,
out,
ne?
Relationship. No. Yeah, like also
Oh,
during-
issues.
And how long it lasts?
Zodwa.
15 hours.
Hayi Coco,
Kunjani Sithanda Sam?
ngiyaphila njani?
Good, man. Listen, you live on the podcast. Sol Penduka
So,
is here.
Zodwa!
I am here.
Come
Guess who
on.
else who's here?
Who?
Thabo Small!
Yeah, the big deal small.
So, besifuna ukwazi ukuthi istamina saka Small sinjani?
Enkonzweni.
Umthwembu.
Umthwembu.
Yeah.
Iround udonsa 30 minutes, udonsa isikhathi singakanani?
30 minutes.
Out of 10, how much would you rate him?
Because I love him 10.
Yeah.
I know there's going to be a rematch. Yeah, can you feel it?
Rematch.
Hey, tacos, Cocos. Love you so much,
So,
man.
Zodwa.
Thank you, Spokoriko. Ngiyabonga.
All right,
nah.
sharp.
Sure.
Ciao.
Whatever love bag, eh, Small?
Yeah. So when you hooked up with her, was it like a weekend situation? Was it a night situation? Yeah, was it just one night, one round, or was it like lasted for a month kind of thing?
No,
on and off.
no. Yeah. One time, 2 times.
Yeah,
Out.
2 times.
Poison. Let's talk about the DJing space now, ne? From when you started to how it is now, like, what do you think has changed, dog?
A whole lot has changed, dog. Like, there's no discipline in the industry. Bafana with they just, hey, Joe, and I don't understand why. I think if this era with so much talent, if this era was the era yabo Oskido, yabo Kalawa, where record labels were like schools, were like, again, universities, discipline and knowing where to perform, for what, where you performing at, and understanding your craft and understanding management. Like the errors of management, ka Kalawa, ka Brascotch. Brascotch is like the working god, yeah, management. And if we had that in this era, no, industry would have been so much better. Like, no, like it's a mess. It's a mess. These boys are exploited. These boys play for like $500 when their hits are all over SA. And there's no better music like backroom music. Music wako the boys room is music that has South Africa right now. Mara Mfana will shine for that period that he's on the song. 4 months, 3 months. Span there was no such a span back in the day.
Yeah.
4 months, you'll be famous 4 months.
Nah, it's
Iconal, it's impossible. But it's because there's no management and there's no discipline. Release a song, get like whatever with it that I want. As long as Satlalimu radio, as long as it plays, go groove. But how does it build you? You're going to be famous for that period. But management is important. Well, like Botili, I think they're the last.
Vest.
Yes. Tili's like one of the
Hip-hop
last.
scholar.
Yo, proper, like grade 11, grade 100 of like management.
And you were saying some of these songs are God-given.
Yes, Muna, like, if you have a song that was God-given and you have people like Botili in the right space pushing that song, discipline, then you are a star organically, dog, without being forced to be anywhere, without being exploited, without being made the favors. Okay, I'm fan. You have a song, but I'm featuring on your song, but it's my song. 2 gigs nyana, stand next to me. Press these buttons. It doesn't do justice, darling. It doesn't help Mfano Lago Boys Rumun that is putting his life on the song that is being played there. And we've been there. We know music wako boys room, like, how is it, dog? You make 100 songs, 2 will blow up. But from that 2, that's everything you put
Changes
in
your
there.
life.
It changes your life. And it's up to you again, or what you're gonna do with it. Like, are you gonna run with it or what? But if you're alone with Takasi, you're a boy from the hood, how are you gonna manage yourself? How are you gonna get there? How are you going to push your music or over that star that you want to be?
What do you think about this thing if we make the song in your studio, like what Pori said, he owns the song?
Yo, hey, that's a difficult one though as well. And Pori's a genius, man. Like, he's mad vibes. He comes from that era, Vele and he learned.
Not the school of Kalawa.
Yes, and not a lot of people know like when he was still driving that blue Golf, Atakasi, Yatsamaga Golf way blue, was the only person that you would find anytime Kokalawa, right? Anytime in studio, a producer, and like just producing, and he understands the dynamics of what needs to be put into making a hit song, into making what? The equipment, the time, mabone, and resources, the food, way better. And one day, I'm a studio and you work on the studio. Keep in and we'll do anything. But the minute, dog, utlo nada. When you know, after making the first song, and it's a hit song, you can see it's a hit song. You still want to choose to sit, kada. Ubone, how big is your song? You can't blame Pori. You will get out the house. If until for 2 weeks, the first week, or Joe, yo, that's actually these guys are fucking with me. Like they need my songs for or for them to be okay. So if you know you got that capacity of producing that hit of a song, then second week it should ring in your head or I'm good, Kiliwan. I can produce, but again, management. How am I gonna push the song that I produced? Bopori, they've been in the game.
Yeah.
They know or immediately a song, what hustle, what effort I'm putting in for Riego Radio, what effort I'm putting in or so that it becomes the song. And sometimes I think as much as it becomes unfair for Majita Libo Kabza. You come Ulla and you can see. It doesn't take an album for you to see that your songs are big.
Nah.
Yeah.
Not in this day and age.
Exactly. It takes one song. To realize or yo, I actually got this. So the minute Majita, I can give them their songs. Let me do my songs. Let me produce me. And be as hard as I was, guy. Then you're on the same part. Like, leveling you want. You have to struggle about you complaining later on. Or about Noki Lady Pin. You come in the game hungry, dog.
Yeah. And it's the law. It's like music business.
It's music business.
101, guys. I mean, that's why there's a landmark case right now. It's just business law. That's why there's a landmark case between Vodacom and the guy who made Please Call Me. Because he did Please Call Me when he was getting a salary from Vodacom, created it within the structures of Vodacom, using Vodacom resources. Yes. Therefore, Vodacom's like, now we own it. Go to YFM now, Mac, and say you want your show, you recorded, and you want to put on the podcast to air. You want to play it on this channel. A show you did with your creativity under YFM. See what happens. It's the same thing. It's unfair because the intellectual property, and that's the conversation you must have with split sheets, etc. Yes. But that's why when you've got an album, and you go to a record label and they've signed you, they're going to want to pay you a production cost. You can say it's R1 million, whatever. Once they've paid that, they own the production. They've paid the production to create that work. Yeah. So sadly, it sounds weird when my producer says it, but that's how it works. That's how the game works, bro. Yeah. You're going to mention chicken licking and stuff. Yes. But that's how the game works.
There's no way to explain it better. Por we explain as pansul.
Yes, and that's how it works. Sadly. The shower you use to freshen up. Because those guys live in that house.
Mouse. What if it's a mouse among decibel? Yeah,
for real, bro.
And then I spend 100,000 on that mic. I mean on that mouse.
Yeah.
Then it means I made your life easier. Like you worked for nothing.
The computer, the process is better than the ones you have at home. Things are just smoother. You want a vocalist, he's got access to it. He's opening that up. Look, it's a law that's brutal, needs to be revisited, but it's the rules. It's how things go. It's not fair, but it's how things are.
Someone mustn't tell Mashavele.
Yeah! Imagine.
It's always wise to get in the industry knowing your things, like Osezi, like
shout out to Osezi, man.
Again,
he's a big
another
chiller.
genius. Shout out.
Yeah,
Osezi.
he was part of the album.
Yes. And studio album, from day one came through.
Fucking great producer. You love him. You love him, bro.
For real.
Yeah.
Yo, he's a genius.
Shout out, man.
Osezi. Yeah, man, like he's a genius. He came in the industry understanding music and understanding the back end of it. He understands what I'm fun. You can't just, if you spending your time and if you doing this and this, it's your talent. Although rena are nyanyeli nyoko or whatever. In anything that we would do, it's 50 for moto.
Of course.
It's 50% of Yamato. So we don't have to go back and forth.
Yeah, it's
trying
clean.
To,
it's
yeah, it's clean, it's simple. And why would you wanna unoke moto when you're not trying to put them on, but like when vele, it's what's due.
It's greed.
It's greed.
Yes,
it's greed.
bro.
You can't be a producer moto atla and then you're like, 70%. Whatever percent. And then you take what. And there's session artists as well as like they are not taken serious, dog. And
they get the worst.
they get the worst. Session
Even worse
artists.
than vocalists.
Yo.
Vocalists, you can get a gig here
Why do
too.
you say that with session artists? Why do they get the worst?
Because they don't have voices. They use instruments.
True.
So in most cases, get majita that make that solo beautiful. But la not ejo. Twar. So
Chicken licking.
finish. Finger licking. Yeah. Fast. Gone.
And that's
then
what makes the song.
And I was about to say, that's what makes the song. There's a lot of session artists. Mona bolefa. What's he? Oh, big artists.
Who's that guy from Uhuru with the dreads?
No, be Mapiano. The original Mapiano.
Mapiano. Damn, that was the first guy.
Yeah, that's Mapiano. That's the original
What happened to
Mapiano.
that guy?
And it was called Mapiano because it's Mapiano.
Yes.
Like that guy
Kills.
Kills.
Damn. Yo, Mapiano.
And then clap goes.
Why was clap? Oh, there's a reason. There's a meaning behind clap.
If that was the reason, there was something very different about Uhuru's claps.
Yes.
That it was stacked in a nice way.
Yeah, they want the original.
Yeah, swap.
Yeah.
Probably clap. Yeah. Clap and tap, Mar. That's his name.
Yeah.
Oh, the full name was Clap and Tap.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the foundation, my dog. Shout out to you, man. So you launched it last year, ne?
Last year.
What's that about? Yeah.
Yeah, man. The foundation is about like a program that we're doing over 9 provinces, and we call it the 1,000 Moropa Challenge. And we trying to get 1,000 djembes or native instruments to art institutions, to broken communities, or like communities straight more. There's nothing going on. And the first one that we started was in Kimberley.
Wow.
And yeah, man, we went to Kimberley. We were called by a lady called Mercia Fushuman, and she's for the youth, Kimberley. And they love music. Right to Kimberley. Kimberley is like ahead of music as well, also with the deep house. So we went there because they understand music, and we wanted to start like at the top and come down. So yeah, man, and we did a program with the djembes, bongo drums, congas, and at the end of 3 days, we do like a mini show where they play with the djembes and the DJ or whatever, and it just brings like this unity. Like we started it and they still have it going on with Masasa Communications that side, and they have this community all that was just there for like years, not been doing anything. They just got in Kada. Now they occupied that space, which means that kid that wanted to go kai can now just go Kamo that center and play djembes and play drums. So yeah, man, in a nutshell, the whole program, the whole foundation is based on making and reusing native instruments all over the 9 provinces that we're going to be going through. And yes, also we're working with a program called, orphanage called Jehovah Jireh and Soshanguve. That's where we're going to start our things. Also build a studio for them.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, man, a whole lot of things.
You're going to own the songs from that studio.
You see, that's the most important thing about this program as well that we're doing. We want to just put training at that.
Yeah.
Or don't just make music without understanding. And before a whole lot of artists, the gap is so big in SA with the management and with people that know the structures that can just put it out there and help these kids. It's just people releasing music for nothing. Yeah.
I know, shout out, man. That's
Oh,
beautiful,
yeah.
man. Hey,
Bro,
what's it called? Is it called
beautiful
Black Motion
initiative.
Foundation or Smalls? Which one is it? Which one did we take back?
Thabo Small Foundation.
Yeah.
man.
Shout out, bro.
And yeah, like there's something as well that we're gonna be hosting in
Yes.
terms of the drums. So please, man, if you have something to donate, if you're a musician, if you anything that has anything to do with
drums.
manufacturing drums, native drums,
Yes.
please come through and just
Oh man,
check
where
us out.
can people get a hold of you if they have them?
On the page, DM us at the Real Thabo Small Foundation everywhere on any platform.
Okay.
Yes, and there's numbers and there's emails for pledges and donations, please.
Yeah. Beautiful, man.
Beautiful.
Penduka,
Nah.
got any question?
Oh yeah, bro. Why the drums, bro? How you started as a producer, you said you were making hip hop beats. How did you gravitate towards playing drums? Because it's easy to just move and just DJ, which is what everybody does from making beats.
I've always loved drums, dog. I used to watch Zodwa when I was young, and
Shit.
these whole native instruments were intriguing me, and my dad with the music always with these drumming, marking the spiritual jazz, would always play these songs that had drums. So I was like, okay, I love drums, but I know I want to play my drums on like a sound. That's production. I got into production and I did that. Got into producing house music, and I was like, you know what? I think I love drums more than this. And then I saw Jarich.
That changed.
Yo,
Inspiration as
yeah.
well.
And I saw Jarich and TK. Yeah, so rest in peace. TK from Rhythmic Elements as well.
Yeah.
Yes, he used to play drums.
Hey man, a lot of niggas you know have died, eh?
You-
You keep saying every 5 minutes, rest in peace, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace as well, Skinny Deep. Yeah.
Yes. What's the reason behind Nina Simone's Baltimore? Why you like that song so much?
Yo, that song is, man. It's a book. It's a mini book on its own. Nina Simone was something else, bro. Like, it inspired a whole lot of songs and like in the Black Motion catalog. And we even did a song with Miss P that's called Kanaking. I forgot the name. It's like Hopola Beat. And it was that vibe as well. But the importance of that song is the lyrics, execution of the song, the rhythm, the words, how they fit in. I think there's 4 genres in that song. There's the reggae, drum. There's that reggae. There's a jazz rhythm, and there's a rock riff, and there's and the solo at some point is a rock guitar, and man, it's just Nina Simone when she gets on a song. It was just a song that's from the gods. Yeah, and that's a beautiful song because I think it's the most perfect song ever made.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yonali Enya, Sail Away.
Damn.
Yeah.
Big title, right?
Dude.
Best song ever made.
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah, I gotta listen. It sounds like you're describing a movie, though,
Nina
man.
Simone, Baltimore, Enya.
Yes.
What's the Enya one?
Sail Away.
Sail Away.
Yeah.
Bro, I once read that you guys were underwater or something, Black Motion.
Underwater.
Or some Twasa thing. I swear to God. I was fact check. I swear to God, man.
No.
I was reading and it was an interview on a drum magazine. I was in ages ago, man.
Oh no, there was a period where we really needed to get our heads in check. Like we focused on our spiritual sides, and there were things that we're doing, and we would cleanse, and we would go somewhere.
Damn.
And man, and literally sit on the fire and just talk out our problems.
Wow.
Would go to some deep rivers, like where rivers meet, and we would get in the water and we would just go some places. And then there's places that we would go to for the rocks. That's where we would just sit on the fire and get things right. And this was in the process of the ZInhle album.
Yes, where there's two of you, it's white, and
Yes,
it's
and
like
we-
you are.
yeah.
Yes,
That's crazy.
It was an album, an interview, like talking about that album.
Yeah. That the ZInhle's album was.
But no wonder you can never leave each other. You're joined by the river.
Yeah, but the four corner.
But how did you guys even know to do that? Like,
Yeah,
how
that's
do you get
insane,
the guidance
bro.
to?
Yeah.
I mean, we know you're deep, but how do you know where to go? How do you know where to go where rivers meet? Or sit by the fire? How do you know those things?
There's some lost prophets, dog, I think. 90% of prophets now are fake and they just talk a whole lot of things. But there's some people that will come to you like proper and say, yo, I don't, like, you don't owe me nothing. I don't owe you guys nothing. But to tell you this, that
have a message.
like this needs to happen and this needs to happen. And the minute that happens, you can see, hey, OJ, there's this change of things that's going on. Either like people are like balgapa, they moving away, or people with good luck come in. Wow. And things are
opening up.
Yeah, things are opening up. And that's the way, dog. Like that's what happens in reality of life if you follow your spiritual side. And at some point, giddy cleanse, giddy inyenye that you would need to do. Or like if you're not for that, you would pray to your God and you would do anything. But at some point, a person needs that deep rest. Yeah. Then makwaba depression. It's not depression, dog. We all need to go through that stage of life to restart.
Reset, yeah?
Yeah. And your body needs that deep rest. So that's why you come back alive again. So we needed that, that awakening. We needed that thing to just come alive. And the ZInhle came out, and it was big in the US. It was big in Europe. And yeah, it's just a mess.
In a nutshell, man, what do you want to be remembered as when it's all said and done? Thabo Smalls.
I want to be remembered as that guy from Soshanguve that left something for the kids of today.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and it's just in a matter of saying, let's just be positive in anything, man. Let's just believe in the art. We are there. Tswani, Pitoria Diabo, let's just do it.
Why did you want to come, Vele? Why did you decide like now it's time, bro?
For this setup.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I needed to gather myself. I needed to let everything cool down. Like, yeah, man. Why it's everywhere I go. Like,
Same questions.
and this and that and then. So I know actually it's almost as if I'm answering Mzansi or Africa.
You are.
No more podcasts for the whole year.
No more for the next 5 years. Get sharp.
But Smalls, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, shut up, bro.
And for me personally, man, I appreciate you. Smalls is such a great guy, dog. You know I hate industry people, you know what I mean? And he's literally the opposite of that.
You can tell from him afar, bro. You don't even need to know him. You can tell he's a genuine guy. Chilled, you know.
He's chilled, it's about his work.
That's it.
About his
life.
weed. That's it. He's high.
Hey, you make weed look like it's a thing. It's a whole big thing, man.
Awe Majita.
Are you releasing this year?
Yes, around June, releasing some mad stuff coming through, man, and some surprise features. You're not ready for.
Are we on 3-step?
We on music.
Yeah, I like that.
So the answer is yeah.
I like that, man. Podcast and chill, we out of here. Boom.
Peace.
Hey, Smalls, you made it.
Welcome to Black Excellence. Do not fear, for if you do, just sip on some grandeur. And if you still do, ask ourselves, what would Mapapunzi do? Parama chilla, itlasha lefiki. Ungoyiki, even if when they ask you, how sabini, do not fear. For if you do, just say, Anistivi. This is the medicine of censorship. This is the pill. Which one is that one? Podcast and chill.